Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. It's your girl, Kamie Crawford, and today, a man who needs no introduction because I've talked about you a million times on this here podcast.
I hear when I walked in, everybody was like, hey. I'm like, oh, okay.
He's here.
I'm so infamous. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
My fit brother in Christ.
My good sister.
Literally, my big brother, 6, is in the building.
Thank you. We got sound.
Welcome.
We get sound effects, some snaps, or something.
No.
Okay. No sound. All right.
No sound effects, sorry.
I feel the love. Felt it when I first walked in.
As you should.
Got a good birthday gift. Let's say, Kamie, you had a great 2022.
I did.
As we can see.
I did. You
she
manifested
shared the love.
it.
I did, but it was an easy manifestation. What did Kamie say? It don't take a whole day to recognize sunshine, right? So it was already in her. It just had to shine through her. But sometimes, like the sun is blocked behind clouds, we had to get the clouds out of her way so that sun could come shining through. So it's pivotal to have people in your life that is connected to the source to speak a prophetic word.
Amen.
If they're not connected to the source, their words don't even mean nothing. It's just arbitrary sounds falling from their lip. But they got to already be vibrating high and successful too. And when they speak that into your life, then it will come into fruition, and all you have to do is walk in it. You know how you spray perfume and you walk shimmy in it? When I speak a profound word for you, shimmy into the mist. Just go forth into it. So literally everything we talked about last year, and I got on her about staying fit and just not just that, but mentally fit and all these things that was going to happen, and she was going to have to hold it all and have hands big enough to hold all these wonderful blessings. And yeah, you did it. I'm
How
proud
are
of
you
you.
spitting on the intro? We haven't even gotten into, I haven't even said who you are, what you do.
Oh, okay.
Too deep for the
Hi.
intro.
I'm 6. I am what I like to call Unlearn, relearn specialist.
Unlearn, explain that.
Well, in life, no one escapes their childhood without trauma. I don't
Facts.
care if you was born in a mansion. Do we cuss on this show or not?
Everybody asks this. The
Shit.
show is called Relationshit.
Okay.
You know me also. You know me on a
true.
deep
right,
level.
because she will cuss no matter what.
Exactly.
That's kind of what got her here. I'm like,
Right.
she's just herself. All right, so I'll be on my best behavior still, because it's not my home, but I'll be my unvarnished self.
Yes, please.
So, but what I was saying is, nobody escapes their childhood without trauma. Nobody. I don't care if you was born in a mansion. Shit, Jesus, they say he was born in a manor, around pigs and cows, and he had trauma. They nailed him to a cross. We want to go there. But that trauma ushers in learned behavior that helps us survive and or thrive those chapters. Once those chapters are over, a lot of us are still married to our trauma, and we use that as our compass to keep navigating things that are no longer prevalent.
Yeah.
So you have to unlearn and then relearn.
New ways of moving forward.
Yeah, because you have a new set of circumstances, you have a new habitat, you have a new probably vocation, new relationship, but you taking the old traumas and the old handbook, trying to apply it and want a new way of being.
Right.
But you can't. So I'm the unlearn, relearn specialist. So I help people unlearn the old, like even your iPhone update itself. You can click not right now so many times, and eventually it's just gonna update itself by itself. So we also have to update our hard drive. That's our mind, our heart, our body, our soul. We have to take inventory of the things we doing and audit ourselves. So I help people learn how to audit themselves and indict themselves outside of the physicality in the gym, working out, getting your aesthetics right, but I also help them get their mind right. So that's why I say I'm the unlearn, relearn specialist.
And I talk to you as much as I talk to my therapist, if not more. And I call you my second therapist.
She does. And that always...
An uncertified life coach, if you will.
Well, I am certified. Most of the people... By life, what do you mean?
By the streets.
But by life. The therapists ain't been through what I've been through, most of them. They went through school. They bubbled in the answers, right? And that's the problem right now. And a lot of people that got trauma and problems, they go run and talk to the person with the same problem as them.
Oh, we're going to get into that. We're going
You know what I'm saying? They go talk to the person with the same problem as them.
Yeah.
They should be talking to the person that already had a solution.
Right.
You talking to the person with the are you talking to the person that has never had that problem at all?
Which is why you have the fitness clients that you have. So if you haven't caught on already, 6 is the trainer. the trainer. And I almost didn't train with you. I had already heard about you. Before I moved to LA, I heard about you.
Now why?
Because
I just want to, okay.
You know how I feel about accountability. I don't like it. I like for people to take accountability, but I don't like taking accountability sometimes for certain things, including fitness. At the time, I never had a healthy relationship with working out. My relationship with working out was, okay, I need to look this way by this time on this day, so I'm going to do to get to that, and then once that's over, it's like, oh, well, I did it, and then I just would move on. I never had the relationship with fitness that I do now because of you, where it's like, this is a part of my lifestyle. This is how I always want to feel. It's not even so much about how I wanted to look, because you say that I'm your only client that thinks that they were just as fine in the before as they do the after.
Yeah, I needed to see her befores, but I love it though, because that's a testament to her self-validation, but her befores.
We don't talk about it.
She was just like...
You be posting all these slanderous images of me.
I post your befores because they help a lot of people. You know how many people have come join our conglomerate? She like to call it a cult. Our conglomerate because of that photo. Literally, and they'd be like, I didn't even think that it was possible to go from there to there. Mm-hmm. I been watching her, few people, and my only regret is if I would have started when they started, I didn't think it was possible.
Yeah, neither did I.
It helps because you're very vocal, especially on your stories, about telling the truth. You're like, I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it here.
And I think that's the misconception that keeps a lot of people from being fit. Mm-hmm. They believe that everyone that's fit likes it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Whenever I saw the videos, because Leah, who's one of your clients, one of my dear friends, our dear friends, she would work out with you, and I just would see the girls in the gym, and I would be like, I could never do that. Like, I could never be one of those girls. Narrator, insert. But she did become one of those girls.
And now she's one of those girls. But that's you help amplify and shine a light on the fact that, and I used to tell her, it's until you learn to appreciate what you're going to get from it, mm-hmm. you have to make it transactional.
Yeah.
It's like paying rent. No one likes to pay rent. I can't wait to give up $4,800. So it's just some shit you have to do.
Right.
So as it pertains to fitness, especially in her case and a lot of my clients that's also in the entertainment industry, that's what comes with the territory. It's just some shit you have to do. Now, what makes it unique from a 6-Pack City standpoint is because I go in there and extract the strengths from each individual personality and use their strengths and or their environment to motivate them. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So once I found out your strengths, not your weaknesses, your strengths, I just amplified and highlighted your strengths and believed in you overly. I overly believe in my clients to the fact where they don't want to let me down. Mm-hmm. They don't think about them. They're like, I gotta go to the gym because 6 gonna be mad.
Yes.
After a while, it becomes muscle memory. Then it stopped being more about me and more about them. Now they got it. It's like training wheels. I'm holding the back of the bike until they can take off on their own. And that's what I did. And that's when I saw you working out in Air Force Ones on that island.
I was just filming my 2 shows.
I was like, yo, okay, she got it. I don't have to hold the back of the bike anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't need to keep putting gasoline on this fire. She got it because that's good enough excuse not to work out. I ain't got no gym shoes, and I am not creasing my Air Force Ones. So I can't. Yes. But she was like, look. So I was like, okay, I don't have to hold the back of the bike. Mm-hmm. So, but it was already in you because you can't turn a donkey into a racehorse. If it wasn't it, you can't. And that's a different topic when it comes to men too.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get into them too.
You can't turn a donkey into a racehorse, but it was already in you. It was already in you.
I didn't think it was. I honestly didn't think it was. I think once I get into something and it becomes a routine in my life, then I become like addicted to the feeling of like completing my routine.
You hear that? That was your strength. And what I say, I amplify and pull out and magnify that strength to use it. Mm-hmm. So it was in you.
Yeah.
It is the gun. We just had to aim it at something. Yeah. Now we're going to aim it at fitness. Like you aimed it at the crown when you want to be Miss USA or Teen USA. You aimed it at, I want an endorsement with Starbucks, and you manifested that. You know that it was in you. I just had to, all right, give you a different aim, and keep you shooting at that target long enough. And that's the unlearn, relearn specialist in me. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you train mostly women for a reason.
One, women are everything, bro. I'm pro woman, because woman is life. Life is woman is the next best thing to water, man. They both can be beautiful, violent, and wet.
Period.
And bring life. The women, like women are God. That is God. Women transport a soul from another universe to Earth via pregnant. Think about that.
Shout out to Evan
That's
Brickson.
That's a soul.
Yeah.
From somewhere else, and y'all bring it to Earth through your womb. Women are powerful. Women are powerful. So I cater and serve as a liaison to women in every which way I can, and that's why I'm blessed. That's why you see what I got on right here. This come from.
Yes, when you train women, they will take care of you.
You know what I'm saying? And then I always make myself available.
Yeah.
And I've learned to understand women. I would like to consider myself like a female connoisseur, a maven, if you will, when it come to women. So I try to bridge the gap between y'all and us. Because I speak Finglish. Finglish is female English. Because y'all say one thing but mean another. It's kind of cryptic. For a lot of men, it's a conundrum. But I kind of cracked the code, being that I grew up with, all my sisters is older than me. My mama had 6 of us, and then my extended family is another 5, all women. So I learned how to crack the code. And I've also been on both sides of the coin, with being a gentleman and a fuckboy.
I was gonna say the fuckboy coin.
I've been a fuckboy and I've been urbane. So I speak the language, so I just use my past transgressions to serve as a liaison between men and women, because what I'm seeing, like the women, I'm looking for a guy that I can settle down with, travel the world with, be faithful to, and watch Netflix with. Then I hear guys say the same thing. Then how come everybody's single? One of y'all lying. How everybody want the same thing, but everybody's single?
It's the men.
It's the miscommunication. It's the miscommunication.
Yeah.
So I just use, again, my past transgressions and my ability to speak Finglish and help y'all understand one another.
Yeah. And you do that with the fitness side too, because you went from being...
She said, how do I say it?
It's different.
Nefarious.
To being super fit, and from being a whore to being a husband.
Right. Well, let me say this, as it pertains to men, you can only find a man on a level that he has already found himself first. You're only gonna meet him where he's already met himself at. So it don't matter. Sometimes y'all see the potential in a guy, and man, he could be every. But if he don't see himself like that, you'll never get that. You only gonna meet him on a level which he already met himself. So if he don't see himself as a king, he not gonna act like a king.
Yeah.
If he see himself as a nigga, or any variation of that, a real nigga, a street nigga, that's what he's gonna behave like.
Yeah.
And niggas have bitches, and kings have
queens.
So you asking to be treated as a queen from somebody who view himself as a nigga.
We have white listeners too, so but
anybody could be a nigga.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
Anybody could be a nigga. Anybody. It don't that don't have nothing to do with a color, a creed, a nationality. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just a vibrational state of mind, a low vibrational state of mind, being, thinking, and doing. So that's how we're going to break that down for people who don't know. It's a low vibrational state of being, thinking, and doing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Well,
so
I want to talk about the correlation between fitness and relationships, because in our gym, there is one. When I met you, I was in a relationship that wasn't going well, obviously.
I tried.
You tried to mend the fences. You tried to fix the things, but then it got to a point where it was very clear that this was not going to work out, and that it was going to have a really bad effect on me. And as my brother, you saw it, and you were able to step in and give me the game. Like,
that was for me, not to cut you off, that was and I'm gonna be transparent and real, because we keep it, I listen to your show. You keep it, you very unabridged. That was hard. That situation was actually hard for me, because I knew both of you guys, and I had been advocating for both of you. You know, we had talks, and I'm like, look, just wait it out, just do this, just blah 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 blah. And then like one day, just on air, because I'm transparent, I was like, we were talking, and I said, Kamie, read between the lines of what I'm about to tell you. I said, sis, it's time to focus on you. And that, for me, that was heavy, but I have to be what I am, and I'm pro-woman, and you my sister, and you know, that was my only way of letting you, because y'all don't know, before that, all the talks was like, give it time, do this, do that. It was, and I knew that she was smart enough to know, if I say, hey, sis, do me a favor, please focus on yourself.
It said everything.
Please.
And that's all you said, but it said everything.
Right, and I knew she would be smart enough to pick up on that, and then, because for whatever, we talked about this morning in the gym, I don't understand why, it's a conundrum why most women, when they get in a relationship, they divide their love. They stop pouring so much love into themselves and care for themselves, and they pour it into the guy they dating. And what happens is, if and when that relationship erodes and finishes, they want to stab that dude because they feel like he took something from her. Because when he leave with all the pieces of her, because she poured all of her into him. So when he leave, he gone, and she feel like he taking pieces of her because she ain't been reading no more. She been repelled from all her friends, so she out the loop. You know, she done put on a few pounds. She don't even get to dress as much. No, like, she stopped really taking care of herself and poured it all into him. And men don't really operate like that. We still hang with our boys. We getting a haircut anyway. You get what I'm saying? Like, we gonna spray on cologne just to walk around the house in.
Right. Well, because we pour so much into y'all, you leave feeling like a king every day.
Right, and that's why I advocate for women to get out of, especially when they're younger, get out of a relationship that's circuitous. Because what happens is, and correct me if I'm wrong, for the most part, because this is going to be sensitive, but it's serious.
This is the thing. I want everyone to know, listening to this here episode, you're not going to like everything you hear. I don't like half the shit that you say, but it's true.
It's just, but it's going to help you.
Yes, exactly.
So here's what happened. Usually, first of all, we all know women mature faster than men, right? But there's a flip side to that too. For the most part, as y'all maturing, so is your face. As you get older, the person you are at 25 is not necessarily going to be the person you are at 35. So you in this relationship from 25 to 35. There go your youth. For the most part, you done poured all into this dude. When you met him, he didn't have a car. He barely had a job. You helped him get a job. Showed him how to talk. Now he's articulate.
No credit.
Helped him get his credit. Now he got credit. Couldn't even dress. Now he knows how to dress. He got class. He built his bank account up. He even know how to have sex properly now, because you've taught him. When he leave, he's up here.
Yeah.
But you stop taking care of yourself. In them 10 years, you 30 pounds heavier. You holding a lot of bitterness and a rancid taste in your heart from the relationship. So you carrying that baggage. You repelled from some friends, some family. So those relationships, trying to get back into them, is kind of touchy. And you don't look the same. Your shelf life is different. And you gave this clown all your best years. And now, close to 40, you getting back in the game, but still want the same type of caliber man up here. The problem with that, the type of man that's up here, the caliber man up there, probably rather be with a 25-year-old than a 40-year-old with a lot of baggage. Because you let this clown wring out all your youth like a towel. And when he gone, you like a towel. He done wrung you out. And now you're like, I got to put myself back together. I got to figure it out. You go on your dates. Before you go there, you like, don't act crazy. You telling yourself, and you don't think the man, we know, we can feel you trying to be on your, trying to auto-correct yourself. And it scares us. Why? I wonder why he never called. We pick up on that.
Yeah.
It
and
was
some
a good
men
day.
prey on it. in a bad way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you either further damage. So all I'm saying is, when you get in a relationship and everything is peachy and cream, that's fine. Just don't stop taking care of you. Don't stop being your own person.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because with men, you the one until you're not.
Right. And that's a fact.
You the one until you're not.
It's so crazy because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of women listening, I can't speak for everybody. I'll speak for myself. I never got the game from anyone in my life. Like, even my dad who raised me, well, my biological father left when I was 5, never heard anything from him. But my dad who raised me, he didn't give me no game. I know he got it. He's just not sharing it. I think he put it behind him and just like moved forward in life and just like watches from a distance of like what's going on and probably thinks things but doesn't say it. I have male cousins who have told me things here and there, but it's a little different coming from your cousins that you grew up and you've seen how they are with women and you're like, well, whatever. But when we met and we connected, I was just soaking up all the information and still am, even when I don't like it, because I don't like it.
Well,
I don't.
She don't like like it because she had to unlearn.
Yeah.
Everything, 80% of what I had to tell her went against her visceral reactions, her visceral knee-jerk innate responses. So that means she had to unlearn on who wants to unlearn something in their mid-20s. No one.
Not me. Especially because some of the things, it sucks because like as women, yes, we do.
Wait, I'm gonna let you get that thought out. But have I been wrong?
No.
About anything,
No.
big, little, small, or in the middle?
No.
All right.
And I'm
Finish.
saying it on the record.
Finish.
So
I've been wrong.
You can copy and paste it and play it.
I am. I'm gonna keep this
For everyone
I have
to
not
hear.
been wrong.
You've been right every time, but that is the difference between men and women. If we're talking like a totally binary sense, we think completely differently. Because women, when we come to the gym and we share what's going on in our dating lives or what's going on with men in our worlds, we all have the same conclusion. We all come to the same conclusion together, and we're all like, "This is what's
That's
happening.
hilarious.
This
That's
is what
funny.
he's
True.
doing.
You said
This
we
is
all come
exactly."
to the same
We come to the
conclusion.
same conclusion every time. We're all on the same page, and then you'll step in and be like, "Could it also be this? Could it also be this?" And we're all like, "No, no, no, it's this." But then if you were to get a bunch of men to come in the room, which you do have some male clients, and they participate, y'all got the same conclusion. How we come to different conclusions?
Because for the most part, and this is what's important. This what I'm about to say is really important because it's gonna change the way you deal with your mate. For the most part, two opposite things can be true at the same time. It don't have to be only this or only this.
I have a difficult time with that.
I know. And the people who have a difficult time with that have a difficult time with pair bonding, with longevity. So I teach the intangibles that it takes to create a relationship with longevity, a happy, healthy, fruitful relationship.
Yeah.
These are the intangibles that I'm trying to impart on people. Me and my wife been together going on 17 years straight. And they one of them like, yeah, we was together. We was just my friend. No. We were together. Said we ain't broke up not even for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We've been in. That doesn't mean we didn't have ups and downs. That means that we developed the intangibles to fly above those ups and downs, and we developed a system on how to disagree. And we're happy, healthy, and fruitful. That's that trichotomy is important for me to highlight.
Yes.
You got to be happy, because saying you've been together with somebody for a long time don't necessarily mean you happy. It's happy, healthy, and fruitful.
Right.
Shit, niggas go to jail for 30 years. That don't mean they happy there. So just because you've been in one spot for a long time don't necessarily mean it's all good.
Yeah.
So these are intangibles you need to have a happy, healthy, fruitful relationship. And a relationship without dynamic intangibles is also a relationship without longevity.
Yeah.
It won't go nowhere. And we're in an era of like, yeah, it's my boo, I love her. 6 months later, what happened? Fuck them. I ain't with them.
I hate them.
Another 6
Blocked
months.
them.
It's my boo, love him.
Oh,
a year
my
later,
God.
we ain't together. Y'all relationships y'all love don't have no longevity. So a relationship without those dynamic intangibles is also a relationship without longevity.
Yeah.
And it'll become banal.
Yeah. One of the biggest things that I learned from you that I'm still actively working on is how to argue.
It's the art of war.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
It's
art
not easy.
of war. Because, and I had to learn, so we're going to need episodes. I wasn't always like this. And it's embarrassing. But I was the type that would raise my voice. It's humiliating when I look back at the way I was. And I'll get into that real briefly. But I would punch a hole in my own wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. That's your wall. That is your TV. What are you doing?
Yeah.
That's not the right way to be, but for the most part, our community don't have a lot of father figures.
Mm.
And the ones that are there are setting bad examples.
Mm.
So this little boy grow up thinking like, all right, I gotta scream, assert my dominant, show violent tendencies, and now to get her to, understand that she's insubordinate. And this is the wrong way to be.
Mm-hmm.
But they've never seen a man treat their mama right.
Yeah.
They ain't see their daddy treat. So they using their imagination on what it is to be a man, right? Because I'm 25, so I know I'm 30. I know I'm a man because I'm 30. I got to be a man. I'm 31. Mm-hmm. Well, manhood ain't chronological. It's psychological. And we don't grow up hearing that.
Mm.
We don't grow up hearing. We don't grow up knowing that. Matter of fact, we grew up hearing the same. It's brain. That's why they have to unlearn. It's brainwash. Ooh, look at your son, Kamie. He handsome. You gonna have to watch him. He gonna have a lot of girlfriends. It's brainwashed. Other communities don't do that. Ooh, look at him. He's gonna be a Harvard boy.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a doc. He gonna have. Ooh, girl, she fat. You gonna have to watch her. I don't let nobody talk about none of my kids. You gonna have to watch. No, don't put your mouth on my kids.
Yeah.
I rebuke that in a minute. But growing up here, it's programmed. You're programmed. I feel like I'm gonna feel accomplished when I conquer her. Mm-hmm. Now I feel accomplished. Saying, ooh, the more I conquer, the more. That is a fallacy. It will not make you feel accomplished. But those men, those boys, don't know what their purpose is. As a man, your purpose makes you feel accomplished. Mm-hmm. Your purpose, excuse my language, wasn't put here to chase vagina. But without it, you believe that's what it is.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's why when I talk to y'all and guide y'all when y'all first meet a guy, I guide you in a way where he has to respect you and you just won't be another moose head on his vagina wall of sexual conquest.
Why you gotta be a moose?
Because I didn't want to.
I was thinking like moose knuckle.
But that's a good one.
A moose knuckle on the wall.
But that's what it is. Like men, in a proverbial way, we have a wall of all the vaginas that, and we're like, yeah, kid, look at how you put a moose. Look at that cat. Look, oh yeah,
for their homeboys, to look at when they come over.
Yeah. In a proverbial imaginary way, these are all the vaginas we've been with. So you meet a guy, it's important that you make him court you. Mm-hmm. Like y'all move too fast, make him court you. That's important if you want longevity.
Yeah.
He has to court you. Because when we first meet y'all, we don't like you. We don't know you to like you.
So
at most, we lust you.
Oh.
We'll do anything. See what I'm saying? We'll do anything when we trying to get it. That's why after we get it, a switch come on, because you ain't meet us. You met our representative. We on our best behavior. We doing a fake hello accent, but we only got to hold on to this accent for just a little bit, because I'm finna get it real quick. But if I got to hold on to that accent a little too long, then it's gonna start to break and crack, and you see the real me. Mm-hmm. But what happens is, before I can break that accent, before that facade start to break and crack, you done already gave me your good stuff. And y'all don't, for the most part, most women, after they do that, the bond emotionally in their own self is tighter with that dude, so they ain't ready to just walk away like that. Now there is some women that just hand their vagina out like flyers after the club.
Oh my God!
But most women.
This is a sex positive podcast.
I'm saying some women. What's negative about that?
What?
If they do it, how's it negative? So I ain't say it was negative. I just said some women hand their vagina out like flyers after the club. Some women, men too, hand their penis out like shows.
Exactly.
Men too.
Exactly.
But for the most part, a lot of women, when they cross that line of intimacy, is because they want to take it to a deeper level, something real. But either he don't want to take it somewhere real, or he do. But you find out that was an accent. That's the fake him. And when the real him show up, you be like, oh my God.
It's terrifying.
So you make him court you, because again, in the beginning, we don't know you to like you. Well, I've been dating him for 2 months. Baby, you trying to tell me you how old? 29, and in 60 days, this motherfucker know everything. He like you. He know everything about you in 60 days. No. No. He don't know you enough to like you. Make the man court you. I'm gonna have to wear a bulletproof vest. I'm finna give y'all some game. These dudes gonna be mad.
You losing your player card for this?
Yeah,
on record.
My wife been shredded that player card.
It's done.
But I'm finna tell y'all the truth.
Real talk from the sidewalk.
Real talk from the sidewalk. That's my saying. You can make a man accidentally like you. Here's how. Because like I said, first, understand what I'm saying is the truth. You ain't gonna like it. What you mean y'all don't like us? We don't know you. We lust you. At most. We don't even know you. Like what? Where you go to school at? Who's your biggest info? We don't know you. But if you make us court you long enough, we'll go, damn, she dope. Damn, she really? Yo. Now we become emotionally invested too.
How long does that take? That's what the listeners want to know. That's what they're screaming at their radio. They're like, well, how fucking long? And how do I know that he likes me?
Ooh, we just went through this yesterday. I had clients ask me, I said, you have to, first of all, you should be testing him. Literally, there's 7 tests you should be giving a man. On this episode, I'm only gonna give y'all 2 or 3.
Oh.
When I come back, I'm gonna give you the important 2 or 3 though.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the important 2 or 3. But there's about 7 things you need to. Matter of fact, I've given you almost all 7.
Leah told me about the 7 tests. She texted me. She said, "What's the 7 tests that you did?"
She tried to shortcut me.
But I didn't even know that I did.
That's what I was just about to say. I gave you the 7. You just didn't know I didn't give you the 7 because I didn't package it like, hey, here go the 7 things you're supposed to be doing.
Because I would have written it down and I would have crossed each one off by day. But like, I did number 3.
She had been doing. It's like a security checkpoint. She had been doing it. First test. You have to make this man compete for you.
Period.
You have to. First of all, that right there alone will let you know if he's into you or not. If he's unwilling to compete. Men are competitive by nature. That's primal to us. Times you've seen a bunch of guys get together and they start getting loud. Well, let me tell you about my day. It was crazy. My day was real good. No, my day was crazier. No, like just...
Yeah,
because they competitive.
Or when you hear them talk about LeBron or Kobe,
and
the room will set on fire.
It's competitiveness.
Yeah.
So if he ain't willing to compete for you, baby, you ain't the one. Because he gonna compete for somebody. When women be like, do men still open? Yes, they just not doing it for you.
Oh.
Do men still? Yes. You're just. That's one thing. It's the truth though.
It's painful.
Not like there's no good men nowhere. That is a weird way of thinking. There ain't no good. No. You just not attracting the right men. But you got to make him compete. Because if he don't want to compete for you, that means he don't really like you like that. And why would you want to be with somebody that don't really like you like that? You get what I'm saying? So then somebody said, well, how do you make him compete? I'm like, well, let's say you on a date with Robert. And he call you and he say, where you at? You say, I'm with a friend.
A friend.
And he'll say, well, see, men, because you got male listeners too. Man, let me give y'all some game to keep it fair. When she say she's with, when you ask her where she at, if she say I'm with my friend, she's talking about a girl. When she says I'm with a friend, she's talking about a guy. It's the easiest way to crack that code.
That's so
my
true.
friend is a girl, a friend is a guy.
That's so
So you gotta
true.
pay attention to the subtle nuances in that sentence. But anyway, if you on a date with Robert And he calls or texts, hey, where you at? Tell him where you at. I'm at Maestro's.
I'm at Malibu.
I'm at Nobu.
With a friend.
With a friend. Oh, and then we slick.
Uh-huh.
Oh, who you? Michelle? No, I'm with Robert. All right. Well, hit me when you get done with your little date.
Yeah.
But the whole time we filming, no, she didn't. Just tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Then do not hit him, because we're wondering. Now we like, wait, that date's still going?
Yep.
Even if the date ended. Still
Very
going?
much enjoying it. Thanks.
You get what I'm saying?
Having a great time.
Then the next day, the next morning, hit him later. Late morning. You ain't got to wait for him to hit you. Hey, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that date must have been good. I hit you at 9. You said you were going to hit me when it's over. It's 12:45. I did have a great date. No, she is not sitting up here. And after we swallow our ego, man, because we do it. You have to swallow your ego. You're not going to choke. After we swallow our ego, if we really like her, well, what you doing tonight? You busy?
Mm-hmm.
Not really. And now he going to mentally say, what can I do that was, I don't really want to ask, which they did. I just got to figure out ways for somehow for it to be better.
Yeah.
Now he's in competitive mode because he has to flex that muscle. And somebody said, well, why do they got to compete? I said, because y'all like to be like, yo, I want to be together forever because the shit sound cute.
Mm.
Think about that. Forever is a long time, bro. Let's not even say forever. Let's say 60 years. So it could become real to you. 60 years. Do you know how much shit is going to happen between now when y'all first get together and 60 years from now? It's going to come a time between now and 60 years where he got to fight for you. Mm. But he ain't never had to, he don't even know how to flex that muscle. He never developed it. Mm. That relationship won't have jeopardy. He might got to fight for you in year 3. He definitely going to have to fight for you in year 7 or 8. Because around year 7 or 8, y'all need a whole nother mental and emotional revamp. Year 7 and year 8, that's when y'all get stale. I heard all this nigga jokes. I really don't like your family. That's boring. You can go by yourself.
Dick is whack.
Yeah, the dick is the same. Same on the menu. Let me see. This way, and now I'm turning that way. All right, turn that way. Now we going this way. All right, nigga, get your own towel. Get your own towel. Hey, bro, if you got to get your own towel, man, bruh.
Forget it.
Forget it. A dry one, too. She ain't wet it.
That's sad.
But if she bring you the towel and it's warm, balled up a little to keep the heat in for you, man, you did your stuff. If she throw you an old polo shirt, wipe your own stuff, bro. Don't just
get your kids.
Yeah, bro, just do you.
Get your kids.
Just do you. But it's natural. Women have to be mentally stimulated. And after 8 years, it just fizzles. It's natural. Mm-hmm. So he has to know to reinvent the relationship.
Yeah.
He has to know to re-stimulate her. Go take up a hobby. Start kickboxing. She's like, this nigga kickboxing. And after a while, she'll be like, okay. Now why is he, what's going on? Stop shaving your facial hair. Grow. She just has to be stimulated again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you don't know this, when you reach year 7, year 8, he don't know it. You don't know that it's normal. You're going to seek either both of y'all or one of y'all going to seek outside attention so them dopamines can go off again. Because if you've been with that guy 8 years and you've been on your best behavior, ain't no dopamines really going off like that. But this guy, even though it's just conversation, it's the dopamines you addicted to. It ain't really him. It's the dopamines. And you ain't really supposed to be having these type of conversations, so it's far and few in between. So every time y'all talk is all good. But in your relationship, you feel like every time y'all talk is all bad. Well, that's because he see your ass every day, all day. So now you comparing like, damn, see, it's all good with Robert.
Yeah.
Robert only got to hold that accent for 15 minutes every other day.
Right.
But if you don't know this, you're going to stumble over that. And if he don't know this, he ain't going to know how to fight for you. So compete. Got to make him compete.
What's the second one? Because we're running out of time,
okay.
And the people want to know.
I love that we ran out of time. You gotta bring me back.
Clearly,
they want all 7. Well,
shit.
The second one is easy. Let him talk.
About what exactly? You know what's crazy? We asked our listeners what's something you would want a male perspective on. Do you know how many people wrote back? Absolutely nothing.
Hilarious.
But what's crazy is I know those same women are listening to this right now like, what is he going to say? What is he going to say? Because it is true.
If you let this man talk when y'all first in the talking stage, first of all, women, let's keep it real. First of all, here's the reason. I'll make it concise. All women know, y'all all know, that if you let a man talk long enough, he gonna say some dumbass shit.
Right. I mean,
a man can talk himself out of vagina. He could be getting a vagina. He getting something tonight. And when he get there, 20 minutes in, he mess it up and it dry up like Arizona desert. He say he ain't getting none. The reason why you need to allow him to talk, one, y'all don't really allow him to talk. Y'all do all the talking. He know this, he know that, he know all this, he know your friend that used to be your friend, that ain't your friend. He know everything. But now he just jot notes and finna use that to help better his accent, to posture himself as what you want. Meanwhile,
motherfuckers.
Meanwhile, you know less about him. But again, if you let a man talk long enough, he gonna say some stupid ass shit and or contradict himself. And women will be like, wait, he just said 5 minutes. And then bing. When that thing bing, you go, now you know what to watch for. And you have to believe him. That's a lot of times. Well, y'all don't believe us. Once you go, he just said, man, this nigga's a liar. Believe it. Believe it. Don't be like, well, nah, he probably we've been drinking wine. Believe it. Because he's dropping clues to what's to come. And you can forecast his next step. But y'all ain't never really let him talk. You ain't never really let him talk. If he talk, he gonna tell on he'll snitch on it first 48 himself. He'll snitch on himself.
You're triggering me.
You'll find out right then and there what wait, you live with, wait, what?
Yeah.
But most of the time he let y'all talk and just jump in there. Oh, for real? That's crazy. And why did she do that?
Auto responses.
Yeah. But if you let him talk long enough, he's definitely gonna say something stupid or drop breadcrumbs. Definitely. And then you believe those breadcrumbs. Because you can collect that data early on. It's like a puzzle piece. And when you find the other puzzle piece of that, I'm washing my hands. This just connected to this already. Boom. You got to believe it. You got to believe it.
Okay. The people are going to want the other 5. So you have to come back. You don't have a choice. Because I also want you to talk about the car dealership.
Oh, man.
Just give a short version of the car dealership analogy. Short.
I'm being, she know I get long-toothed. I'm very loquacious, but
and you use these big ass SAT words. Everyone's gonna have to Google
no big
half
words,
the shit you
just
said.
Little brains. Well, that's a part of relearning. That's a part of I said I'm the Unlearn, Relearn specialist. Most people only know the words they were told to go learn. They never actively went and upgraded their hard drive on their own. After college or some high school, nobody told you to learn nothing else, and you didn't learn nothing but what was told for you. You just automatically think you smart because you got older. And life I just smart because I am, because I got older and things happen. How are you smart and you're not even intentionally developing yourself? You're not intentionally developing your vernacular. You're not even trying because no one told you. In college, they told you, learn this paper, learn this subject. So when people stop telling you to learn, for the most part, most of y'all stop. You never developed yourself beyond that, which is a tragedy.
Keep learning, everyone.
But the analogy real quick. So before I was in this chapter, I was in the same chapter riding hood cars, and I have fix up Cutlasses, I fix up Camaros and stuff like that. And when you got a Cutlass, you got a Camaro, it's a hood car. If it break down, you just take it to the mechanic in the hood. The hood mechanic in my hood, his name was Car Wash Mike. Every hood got a hood mechanic. He got the wave cap on, cigarette behind his ear. He'll fix your car right there in the middle of the street, give him a 6-pack of beer, $120, and he say, come back in a few hours. By the time the sun go down, he putting the hood back down on your car gonna roll good for 30 more days. You just got to make it to the hood mechanic. So I was driving Cutlass and Camaros, fixing them up. Went wrong, bam, pull up on Car Wash Mike. Fix my car, tell me what's wrong. My first luxury automobile was a Jaguar. Her name was Lauren. I was so proud. Different story, but I was proud. Like, man, I made it. I got it. And I remember touching the steering wheel, the wood, came from Southeast Asia.
Get to the story.
I was in the rain. I had a flat. Okay, I thought that was in a rainstorm. I really loved this car. I loved it. This is imperative to the story. I loved this car. I loved it. It was my first luxury automobile. I loved it. And then I started having problems with it. But that's no problem at all. I'm going to take it to Car Wash Mike. So I took my Jaguar to Car Wash Mike. Mike, need this car fixed. I don't know. It's tripping. He said, come back in a few hours. I come back, boom. Car is back working. I drove it for 3 days, and she said make the story concise. I drove it for 3 days, and then the car was gone after that. Engine totally blew out. Engine blew out. Total time I had that car was less than a year.
Sad.
The sad part is, once I got the car I really love, work hard for, save my money, fix my credit, I then tried to treat that Jaguar the same way I treated my Camaro. I should have took the Jaguar to the Jaguar dealership. The problem is, when y'all finally do get a good man, you try to treat that good man like the Hyundai man. When you argue with him, you want to argue with him with the same tone, the same attitude, the same energy that you would argue with the man that wasn't shit. You asking for this good man, but you don't even know how to take care of him, because you probably didn't see your mama take care of the type. Your daddy probably ain't even the type of man you asking for. And you didn't unlearn. That's why I say I'm the unlearn, relearn. You didn't unlearn. So you done took your car to Car Wash Mike and fucked it up. But now watch this. Instead of saying, man, I'll fuck my car up, you say, look, all niggas ain't shit. Don't matter if they got a job. Don't matter if they went to college. Don't matter. You didn't say, whoa, I did that wrong. Because like we said earlier in the segment, it's a right way to argue. It's a right way. So that luxury car needs luxury maintenance.
6, my brother. We could talk for 3 days. This might be an hour-long episode. Unsure, unclear. You have to come back. Tell everybody where they can find you if they want to get fit, if they want to hear some wisdom. Where can they find you?
Oh, my Instagram handle is 6PackCity. That's the number 6, Pack, P-A-C-K, City, C-I-T-Y, 6PackCity. And I drop pretty gems, as I call them, G-Y-M, G-E-M, gems, all throughout the day. So you can not only tap in to get fitness tips, but you can tap in and get some gems and learn how to unlearn and relearn. And that's 6PackCity, the number 6, P-A-C-K-C-I-T-Y. That's my Instagram handle. So hit me up, follow me there. And I read my DMs. Sometimes it takes me a while to get back to them because it's quite a few. But if you got any rebuttals, any, you want to refute something, that's fine too. Let's talk about it. You got any questions? Let's talk about it. Send them to me, send them to Kamie. But I hope that I was able to enlighten you and impart some type of wisdom that you did not know or that you wasn't aware of, that you can go, you know what? Let me try that.
Yeah. And if you liked what 6 had to say, message us so we can have him back. If you don't, then we'll never have you back again. Fair.
But I believe they're going to have me back because I believe they're going to try it and be like, there's some sense to this because I'm on y'all side. That's why I'm giving you the, and people say about why you never talk to the men. You talk to us more than talk to the men because men are stupid. Why I'm not gonna try to appeal to the lesser gender.
Yes.
In this context, I'm gonna appeal to the smarter gender.
Amen.
So if I give women the game, y'all are more apt to apply it.
Right.
For the most part, a lot of times y'all just going about it the wrong way.
Well, now we're going about it the right way into the weekend. My brother, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I love you.
I
appreciate you. Hi, I'm Kamie Crawford, host of the Relationshit podcast. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and want to see more videos, click below to subscribe and like this video for more Dear Media content. So shut up and listen.